Dude, chill out. It's a cartoon for Pete's sake. Come on, no one expects it to be real. Wait, what do you mean? They're just people paid to say that stuff. Come on. If anyone actually believed that, it's kind of... Wait, you're serious there are people who believe this? Tell me you're joking. Please tell me you're joking.
Hello, everybody. This is Ghost Hunter 385. I am back again with more Warcraft 3, another topic, and more commentary for everybody. The Dreadlord Tychondrius comes to tell little Death Knight what to do with himself. I hope little Death Knight skewers these treacherous things. I must say, welcome to my humble abode. Now, gentlemen, if you'd be so kindly to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and ring that bell the same way we ring the bell for the flame, I would be most appreciative. Thank you. Yes, I know my voices are quite annoying, y'all. But I digress. Let's get into today's topic. And today's topic is how TV dads are bad for Western society, and the influence that they have is also bad. Now, to start off, I can hear a multitude of voices. Ghost Hunter, you're being ridiculous. They're just the TV dad. Relax. Chill. It's all in good fun and humor. Come on. Okay, yeah. If 90% of children were raised in intact households, I would sit here and agree. I'm being completely hyperbolic. It's ridiculous. Sadly, that is not the case at all. Sad to say. Now, I'm specifically talking about the children of single MOMs and children of divorce. Now, why am I talking about this specifically? Well, to put it flat out here, as an example, a child of divorce here, I looked up to my grandfather. And, in a way, I was lucky that my grandfather, filled in that role, in a way. But, my dad was there, but he just wasn't there enough, if you know what I mean. And, the sad part is that this is, from my perspective, this was intentional. But getting off of that subject, who replaces the father in homes of single MONs and divorcees? Because in the single MOM home, it's coin toss. Was it just a one-night stand? Did he hit it and quit it and just disappear? You don't really know. Because it varies from case to case. And in the case of the divorcees, mom could be keeping the kids away. Who knows? But, here are examples of TV dads. Homer Simpson, the drunken idiot of Springfield. He does love his kids. He does love his wife. He does care about his family. But, would Homer Simpson rather be at Moe's Tavern or be at home? And would Homer rather be more intelligent or would he rather get that crayon out of his brain? That's a hard thing to figure out. Peter Griffin, drunken idiot of Quahog. It is fair to say that in the first few seasons, Peter does care about his family, but later, Meg. Shut up, Meg. That's where you find things at there. Timmy Turner's father, loves his son, legitimately does love his son, does care about him. Yet both he and his wife cannot figure out that, they leave him with an evil babysitter who torments him. And, Hugh Neutron, father of Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius, again, legitimately cares about his son, but eats grapes out of the bin in a grocery store before they turn into raisins because yuck. Yet he's so dumb, legitimately dumb, but he does care. Stan Smith, the American dad. Stan does care about his family, does care about his morals, and does try to enforce his morals on his son and daughter. Now his daughter is the city bicycle, sure. And his son is the nerd he wants to toughen up. Jack Fenton, father of Danny Fenton, a.k.a. Danny Phantom. This guy is so dumb he could not figure out that his own son is a half ghost. And, again, Jack does care about his son. He does care about his daughter. He does care about his wife, but he's just too dumb. Al Bundy, strong, successful males, spirit animal. For the quote, all women understand women and they hate each other. Arthas, don't do it. You turn her into that, it's going to be too late. Ooh, boy. In the famous words of Lemmy LeBeau, oh boy, you just fucked up. But I digress. Back on to Al Bundy. Does Al care about his kids? Sure. Does he love his wife? No. Does he want to be with his wife? No. But, does he like his, 24-pack of beer? Yeah. Sure. But, the point here is these are the standard example that you see on television. For the younger kids, dumb and stupid. Beyond dumb and stupid in a lot of cases. And in the more adult variety, they tend to be drunk and stupid. Now, ask yourself this question to any parent out there. Would you approve of this particular example to be the example for your children? Most people would say no. I would want a much more different example here. Now, I can hear a bunch of the smarter people saying, okay, Ghost Hunter, you've proven you have a point here, but it's the TV dad. It's meant to be funny. Well, let's consider the empirical data. From wise to foolish, the portrayal of the sitcom father from the 1950s to the 1990s, June of 2010. The portrayal of men and women in American television commercials, published in 1974. The Family on Television, Evaluation of Gender Roles in Situation Comedies, 1997. But the portrayal of men's family roles in television commercials, 1999. And the portrayal of men and fathers in popular media, an article from a Southern Baptist seminary school, the place where they train people to become pastors, 2013. Now, what does the data show here? The data shows us that originally in the 1950s to the 1960s, how were men portrayed on television? The men were portrayed as strong, masculine role models. And ever since after the 70s or so, it's been going down and down and down and down and down and down and down. Now, what are some examples here? Father Knows Best, Leave It to Beaver, Good Times, The Bill Cosby Show, these shows had men who were strong, masculine figures. They were, you could consider them a bit silly. Yeah, we could say that. But overall, they were much more men than what came later. As in Married with Children, Al Bundy, The Simpsons, Homer Simpson, Peter Griffin, and all those shows that came after of that similar genre and variety. What were the fathers? They were exchanged from silly but strong and masculine to the bumbling fools, from educated to beyond stupid. And, you could sit here and say, oh, Ghost Hunter, that's ridiculous. But you go and just watch, just as an example, go find shows from the 1950s to the 1960s, and you'll see that the men act completely different to nowadays. And as a quick side note here, you want to see a guy who's strong in TV shows like that, in modern day TV shows, normally they're the villain. I mean, it's like, oh, Ghost Hunter, now you're being ridiculous. Gee. Really? Okay, who are some of the smarter people in television? I mean, as an example, from Danny Phantom, Vlad Masters. He's a bad guy and figured out Danny was Danny Phantom, but that was only because he was also a half ghost too. But, the point is, that's one example. And there are plenty of other shows out there that are like this, where the more intelligent guys tend to be more bad or evil. Greedy, take your pick there. Masculine men in the negative role model. Now, how does all of this apply? It applies in the concept of the Overton window. Now, what is the Overton window? Tim Pool explained it best. Let's say you're watching Tim Pool on YouTube. You're watching a lot of Tim Pool. All of a sudden, Young Turks or CNN pops up in your feed because Tim Pool flat out states that he is centrist, but he leans left. And eventually, you get more left-leaning media. Now, for those who say I'm being hyperbolic, who remembers this episode of SpongeBob SquarePants entitled Squirrel Jokes? And, what is this show? What does this episode show? It shows SpongeBob doing a comedy skit at the Krusty Krab, and he is absolutely bombing. And what does he start doing? He goes down the insult comedy routine, and who is his target? Sandy Cheeks. Now, arguably, Sandy Cheeks is one of the most intelligent creatures in Bikini Bottom, aside from Plankton. But I do knock him down because of his obsession with the Krabby Patty. But still, she is one of the most intelligent creatures. And, how do they treat her after the jokes start happening? They give her the die, or in the case of Patrick Star, the dumbest creature on SpongeBob SquarePants. Hi, Sandy. Me, Patrick. Squirrels. And how does Sandy teach SpongeBob a lesson? By acting like a gosh dang Texas hillbilly. Now, for those who say, oh, Ghost Hunter, now you're just being hyperbolic. Think of the street interviews you see on YouTube. Does society need men? No. Does society benefit from men? No. Men are stupid. Men are useless. Men are players. Men are drunks. Men are buffoons. How many do you want to bet the women that you see on those types of interviews actually had a father in the home who was there in a long-term relationship with the mother? Probably not. Are there solutions? Yeah, you can change the portrayal of fathers, but is that going to happen? Heck no. There's too much money. And to put the little tinfoil hat on, it's all part of the plan to destroy the family. Taking off the tinfoil hat here, there's not a real good solution, and there's not a real good answer for all of this. But it's a problem that needs to be addressed. But this is Ghost Hunter 385 signing off. Hope you enjoyed. See you next time.